I'm the service manager for Wilkinson High Rise, and I service the whole state of Florida after the buildings are built. And I'm here today at the Wyndham Grand Clearwater Beach to talk about the chutes in this building, which we are currently in the South Tower, which is a condominium tower, and it has a trash chute and a linen chute. Right now we're beneath the trash chute, and in a bit we'll talk about the linen chute, which is actually in both towers, the north and the south. So getting started here at the bottom of the trash chute in the South Tower, mainly in the room, all we have to really discuss is this assembly right here, which we call a guillotine in the trade industry, but it's actually a fire damper for a trash chute. And it's currently it's held open by a fusible link, which is right here. If this link were to melt at 165 degrees due to a fire, this guillotine blade that's right here is spring loaded. There's a spring here, and they're attached up above. And upon release, this will snap closed and seal off the chute from fire and most smoke. It gets most of the gaps, but there's a possibility that a little bit of smoke could go up. But for sure the fire will stay down here in the trash room for the 2-hour duration. Basically, right now there's no container here, but the building is set up for, I guess, a simple container system. There's also options that we sell compactors if they so choose to have a residential compactor. If there's a lot of garbage, that might be an option to put in here, but it would need a power source of 3-phase, 208, 30 amp, which possibly could be right here, I'm not sure, to operate the compactor. But for now, the garbage will come down into the container, and there's a drain close by right here, which is good to note right now for the purposes of later on when we talk about the washdown system that's located at the top of the chute. When the water cascades down the chute, this is where it's going to go, to this drain. That's all for the trash room. Now we're continuing with the training session for the linen chute in the South Tower. We're at the bottom of the linen chute right now on the ground level, and this is what we call the linen hopper. This is basically a fire discharge assembly for a linen chute, and currently it's being held open by the spring assembly here, and this is the fusible link, just like we discussed in the trash room. If this were to melt, this door is going to close on its own, and the 2 latches on either side, which we call night latches, they're going to engage. Once this is all cleaned up and lubricated, it'll close, which we do under our maintenance program. We keep this stuff working correctly, and it'll close on its own in the event of a fire, and this way the fire can't go up the linen chute. I'm going to just release this right now just to show the let's see here. Show this being closed. This is going to need to be lubricated, but once these are lubricated and we get all this dust out of here, it's going to close on its own and be secure in the event that link melts. Now, with regard to the linen management, once the property has carts, they're going to probably want to keep the carts here right underneath this door when it's in the open position, held open by the link. Some hotels I've been in keep it closed all day, and if that's the case, always make sure this extra support is engaged. So if there's a bunch of linen that's in this chute for a whole floor or whatever from the day, it doesn't put all that pressure on these latches, so that's very important. But most of the time, this is left open, and maybe only at night it's closed, or sometimes it's never closed depending on the hotel linen operation. One more thing here, this is a post. This is going to take impact. When they drop the bed sheets down each day or whatever, that's a pretty good load when it hits this 45-degree angle. So this is a crucial support. These will break. Sometimes hotels will let this get full of linen, like for 5 floors, especially here where the first door is up on the 5th floor. So best to just get the linen out, not keep it inside this hopper, and let all that weight fall on this assembly would be the safest protocol. That's really all we have to discuss here in the linen room. Okay, we are on the 15th floor of the south tower of the property, and we're at the standard linen chute door. This is a looks like a 21 by 21 what right hinge door. Hinge is on the right. So to open up the door, just push down on what we call the thumb latch and pull it open with the handle. Open it up. It's got a closer on it here, so it's going to self-close on its own if I let go of it, and that's required by code. Housekeeper would throw the sheets or bags, whatever they have, down through the door here, down the chute, and the door will self-close on its own and it will latch, which is required by NFPA 82 life safety. All right, we're on at a typical trash chute door. We're on the 15th floor of the south tower, and this is a standard bottom hinge now trash chute door, which opens up to this limit right here with this flange. So this is the maximum the door will open as designed. It's very important that people don't overextend this door to make it go down all the way horizontal. The only way that could be done would be this flange would have to be broken for that to happen. Anyway, this too has a closer assembly right here, so it's going to pull the door closed on its own, and again latch on its own. This is an L handle, which meets ADA handicap code, and also comes with a key cylinder lock here, so the property can lock this out if they want to clean the chute or unclog it if it should be clogged, or whatever they need to do maintenance wise. That's really it. Standard trash chute door.